What's up, y'all? Welcome to my channel, Game Zone X, where we cover everything NBA, NBA drama, anything happening around the league newsworthy. So thank y'all for tuning into my first video, and let's go ahead and get this bad boy started.
So in today's video, we're going to be talking about Jeff Van Gundy being fired from ESPN, and I believe 16 other ESPN or on-air personalities for ESPN being let go as well. Now, for those of you guys that do not know who Jeff Van Gundy is, he's a on-air personality that is partnered with the likes of Mike Breen and Mark Jackson, and he's been doing broadcasting for, I believe, 16, 17 years now. He's done over 100 final appearances with that iconic team, and they're pretty legendary in, the broadcasting world. I would say comparable, their trio, their team is comparable to the TNT team of Chuck, Ernie, Charles, and Kenny. So, they're a pretty legendary team in the ESPN broadcasting world, and they're very popular, and the fans love them. I could say for myself, I used to tune into the game just to hear his commentary. So it was pretty shocking and unexpected to get the news last week that he was let go by ESPN. Well, you guys might be asking, why is this newsworthy? Why are we talking about this? Why make a video on this? The reason is because Chris Mad Dog Russo, who's a longtime ESPN personality, I think, has been there for as long as Jeff Van Gundy has an interesting theory about why he was let go. So I'm going to read that to you guys and then give my thoughts after. So the article starts off by Chris Mad Dog Russo saying, "I can't fathom the idea that ESPN in these layoffs would fire Jeff Van Gundy." Russo said this on his SiriusXM podcast, Mad Dog's Daily Bite on Tuesday. "You're not going to convince me that ESPN and Disney boss Bob Iger woke up in the last 2 weeks, looked at the budget sheet and said, we got to fire Van Gundy because we got to save some money. If that's the case, fire Mark Jackson. ESPN will never admit it. They're going to say it's our call. Nonsense. Why would they get rid of a great team? That team is a great team with Mike Breen. You're not going to convince me that you're not going to convince me that that team that everybody likes, nobody doesn't like that team." Russo continues to say in the article, "That leads me to the conclusion that someone in the league office must have told ESPN, I want Van Gundy out," Russo said. "We all know he's biting. We all know he gets on the officials. We all know he doesn't hold back with his NBA opinions. So if you're asking me, little talk show host who may not know a thing, this is just my opinion. Silver is the one who fired Van Gundy. Silver told ESPN, I want him out." So after hearing Russo's, conspiracy theory, here are my thoughts. I agree, and I think there's three likely options. The first one being what Russo's comments and a little bit added on to it, which is they fired Jeff Van Gundy because he doesn't toe the line. He's going to always voice his opinion. He's not going to conform. So an example, if his boss comes and says, hey, I want you to push this narrative, and he doesn't agree with it, he's not going to. So I think that's the ultimate reason, that he was fired, and it is the most likely. Number two could just be just like what they were telling us in the article. Russo's kind of pushback. Maybe he is just too expensive, right? Maybe he just costs too much money. I think that's more unlikely because, perfect example, fire somebody of equivalent as making as much money as him, but is not as popular, like Mark Jackson or somebody else in the ESPN broadcasting organization. Or thirdly, ESPN did not see the investment. He's coming up on retirement age, so let's just cut our losses now to save money in the long run. So I think those are the three likely options, but number one being the most likely for me. Let me know what you guys think. Well, that's the first video in the books. Guys, please like and subscribe, join our community. And in the comment section below, please leave your thoughts of what you guys think is the most likely reason for Jeff Van Gundy's dismissal. All right, guys, peace.